Because when you secure your income, you're able to focus on more important things, maybe family, maybe your hobbies. There's a lot of things that you're able to focus when you're not able to, when you don't need to think about your income all the time. Today is 419 day that I come here to share lessons that I learn and I'm learning. I hope those lessons support your dreams, your goals, and allow you to become the person that you want to become. Nowadays we live in very uncertain times. So today is a very urgent topic because we live in very uncertain times, we need to understand the topic of income security. Because if you do not understand how to secure your income, you will not live a joyful life. Because when you secure your income, you're able to focus on more important things, maybe family, maybe your hobbies. There's a lot of things that you're able to focus when you're not able to, when you don't need to think about your income all the time and where your next paycheck will come from. So today I will share 4 principles and 6 strategies that you could work on your income security. So first principle is that you do not own your job. You do not own your job. A lot of times people say, oh, this is my job. And they say, okay, I'm secure because I have my job. But it's not your job. You are employed by your employer, but this job belongs to your employer, not to you. So you just got a job. And you probably have heard so many companies have laid off 6,000 people, 1,000 people, 400 people just in one day. So it could be that they will need to replace you one day or just fire a whole department. So you're not as secure as you think. And people need to stop lying to themselves because the job is not a security. Of course, unless you are a business owner and you hire yourself to do some job, but otherwise there is no such a thing as you own your job. Second principle is that you do not control your economy. So that means economy will go up, go down, and you need to be okay with that. You need to accept that, and you need to change your activities accordingly, because you're able to take advantage of both ways. If it goes up or goes down, you take advantage of it. Because some people who complain about it will never take advantage of the movements in economy, but you accept it and move forward, you're able to take advantage of it. Third principle is that you do not control what government does as well. So that means governments could stop doing some giveaways, handouts for businesses or individuals. They could increase taxes. There are a lot of things that will not be as you planned because government have their own objectives and agendas, and you need to have your own. And it means you're not supposed to complain, again, accept and move accordingly. Number 4 principle is that dependency kills the spirit. That means if you depend on government, if you depend on the work, you will lose your attitude. You will lose a lot of things because people get desperate because they're not able to be independent. Because when you start thinking about income security and you secure and you know that you're able to make money, that doesn't matter on your economy, government, your employer, you are much more secure. And when you are much more secure, you're much better in everything what you do. So let's look into 6 strategies how you can secure your income, how could be better in income security. And first is that you need to diversify your incomes. That means you need to have multiple ways how to make money. That could be gigs, that could be business. There's a lot of different ways. I need to find those ways how you can make more money. Because I have been working as an auditor, financial auditor. So I used to go to a lot of different companies and used to check their financial station. So I know how risky it is to have one revenue from one client. Because when you think about diversification, so when you have a business that have a lot of different customers and there's no one customer that you are making more than 70% of your income, that means that you are diversifying your revenue and you are not risky business. But when I used to see that there is a business that has 60% of their revenue in one client, imagine that something happens to our client, that means that you lose 60% of your income. That means they need to have some kind of plan B in case something happens to that client. Now, a lot of times people do not have for their own business as an individual, because if something happens to their one work or one small business or one side gig, that means that everything, 100% of the income disappears. So you need to diversify your income streams. Second strategy is that you need to diversify your investments. First one is that you need to bring cash flow. When you have that cash flow, then you need to invest that money. That means it could be real estate, it could be silver, gold, crypto. Like there's a lot of different investments, but you need to understand those investments and then put that money in. Just start from one thing and then move into different investments. Because you need to understand that different investments work in different timing. Sometimes real estate is very good, sometimes it's not that good, sometimes stocks is very good, sometimes not that good. So you need to understand what timing is good and put investment and use that investment when the time is good. Third strategy is be and act as an owner. When you act as an owner, that means that you will take advantage of initiatives, because when you act as a renter, you will not invest. Because when you own a property, you will invest a lot of money and time to develop that property. When you rent that place, you will hope that someone owner will take advantage, it will take ownership of that property and will take care of it and will put their investment in that place. So that means you need to act and be an owner. Fourth strategy is de-risk your life. So that means you need to get rid of your debt, specifically bad debt, because all the bad debt is when you buy something with a mortgage, with a debt, and you're not able to get anything in return. So that means a house, that it is a car, and you're paying a lot of interest on top of it. Of course, if you buy a house but you're able to rent it out and make some kind of income, of course that could be a good debt. But if you buy a house and you pay a lot of interest on that investment, you need to focus fully to pay out the debt, because a lot of times people are paying interest like 10%, 15%, while they still investing and getting 5%. That means they're losing on their investment. So it's better to put that money into the paying interest out and paying the debt out, and you will make much more money than investing and getting less than from you paying for the interest. You need to understand that. Strategy number 5 is that you need to plan for inflation. People need to understand that when inflation is high, that means your buying power is decreasing, and people are not ready for that, and people are not able to survive in that because they are not able to increase their income. So that means when inflation is very high in a year, their buying power is increased so much that they're not able to afford their lifestyle. So that means if you want to afford your lifestyle like always, and you decrease and better your lifestyle, you need to increase your income. Number 6 and the last is that you need to understand that it's urgent. It's very urgent to work on income. And when you have that income security, you're able to focus on much more important things like family, you're able to focus on your hobbies, because when you are not income secure, you always think about where your next paycheck will come from. So I truly believe that when you're not a materialistic person, you need to be very urgent, focus on taking care of your income, and then you're able to focus on most important major things in life. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.